Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge, and if it's Tuesday, it's the day for Woodscraft. Okay, we're going to do a little quick tip or trick, a little quick piece of Woodscraft, something that we can do that doesn't take a lot of time, but at the same time will help us in Woodscraft. Now, I'd like to share this with you. This is a wooden bobbin that my grandfather hand carved for my grandmother to use on her sewing machine. As you can see, it's simply a wooden hunk of a branch that he sat there and took his pocket knife and very carefully carved down till it was shaped, and then he drilled a hole through it so she could have thread on her sewing machine. Back in the day, people made everything they could rather than going buying store-bought. She wanted a thimble thread bobbin that was bigger than the store-bought that would hold a lot more thread on it. Now, for our haversacks, sometimes we want to carry a piece of linen thread or something for sewing or whatever. How do we carry this? Some people bundle them up. Well, I'm going to show you how to take a tongue depressor, or better yet, a paint stir stick, and create a little bobbin to take this thread in the field that's quick and easy. Here's how we're going to do it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a tongue depressor or a paint stirring stick, or in this case, this is a handle off of one of those little fans. It'll work just as good. And I'm going to make a square of approximately 1.5 inches wide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to score it real good, nice and deep. I'm going to snap that end off, just like that. Now I'll move over here where the next section is, and I'm going to score it nice and deep. Doesn't take long, this wood's very soft. And then snap it off. Now that leaves me with this wedge right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully carve down into it, trying not to split it off more than I carve in. Just like this. Swapping sides every time I do it, so as I bear down it kind of pops out. See how that notch is? Now I go to the far side and I do the same thing again. Each time I swap in and I kind of pop it out more than I actually have to carve it. I'm just making a little light hollow in there to hold the thread. Just like that. Now go to the ends, swapping from side to side as I do it, and I cut in until I form a V. Whoops, that one popped. Alright, we'll keep going. Excuse the noise, boys. The neighbor up the hill decided he got a grinder yesterday, and he's been grinding everything in sight. Sorry. Let's go back and recut this in. Just like this. Now, up here on this end, this time I'm going to take my tip and cut it out. Just like that. Bearing down and popping out that piece. Now you can see what I'm left with. A little piece that's shaped with 4 shallow sections. Now I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to put my thumb on the middle of it. I'm going to wrap one, go over, wrap one, go under, come back up, wrap, wrap, wrap. See the pattern? just like this. Now what this is doing is a little thread keeper. I'm not going to put a huge amount on this. This is for that, enough to sew up a project, or enough to sew, you know, up a bag in a repair kit or something. These can easily be made with very little effort, and it keeps the thread from tangling up in the bag. See, I'm turning and going high, low, high, low, high, low, just like that. Alright, now getting down here toward the end, I'm going to come over the top. I'm now going to hook it, go around 2 or 3 times through the middle, just like this. And then I'm going to take that loose end and go underneath it, because it'll be held up where you can do that. Just like this. There we go. Now, tie that off with a very easy little slip knot. It would help if Blackie had put his glasses on so he could see such little detail, but you know, hey, we're doing this under field conditions. And there we have it. A simple little thing, a little winder to keep the thread or whatever divided. Now you can simply put the 4 notches and you make the little winder star, is what we used to call them in the day. Now that would ride in a haversack very easily. So for one of them quick easy projects, we ain't got a lot of time. All we have to do is save one of those little sticks. They can, like I said, be a paint stir stick, a tongue depressor. Very carefully make the 4 notches and then use it as a winder for thread. Dental floss makes really good in the field. It's waxed. It can be used for sewing stuff up. It can be used for your teeth. It can be used for an emergency to sew you up with. It has a lot of uses. So carrying some fine little thread or fine cordage somewhere in your sewing kit, somewhere in your kit, is very worthwhile. A lot of people keep those big sail needles on the back of their knife. They're great, but at the same time, when you do that, you got to remember, I need fine thread. I don't want to sew myself up with bank line if I can avoid it. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. There'll be lots more of these little Woodcraft tips coming up on Tuesday, and for the next little future, we'll try it out. It'll be little projects on Woodscraft for Tuesdays. I'll show you how to make little things. I've got a tripod idea coming up. I've got the tripod rope trammel made out of bank line coming up, and several other things, so stay with me. I greatly appreciate your views. I greatly appreciate your support. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if there's any questions or comments or something you'd like to see, please include it in the comments down below. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.